Welcome to the eSports Report. Today, we have the results from the NEC 14.
First place, Street Fighter 4 AE 2012.
We check out who won the Hot 6 Cup in Korea.
Almost with a back-breaking drop there. You can tell it's like.
And Godz stops by to talk about Navi's amazing 4 weeks.
Results.
What's up, guys, and welcome to the eSports Report. I'm Chris Puckett, joined by Desi Sanchez. And Desi, it has been another busy week in the world of competitive gaming. First off, the Starcraft world saw several major tournaments conclude.
Yes, and the biggest of these, of course, was the Hot 6 Cup in Korea. The Invitational saw the winners and runners-up of the 4 biggest Korean tournaments of the year vie for a shot at the $18,000 first prize. The highly anticipated finals came down to Seolki, who finished 2013 as WCS points leader with over 6,200, and Rain, who didn't post many results outside of his second-place finish in the WCS Korea Season 2. Fresh off his first-place finish at the WCG Finals and with 3 more top 3 finishes under his belt in 2013, Seolki was a convincing favorite heading into the series. Now, although Rain came into the finals as the underdog, he did remind people why some were calling him the next great Protoss earlier in the year. He took down Seolki 4-2 in the finals, showcasing amazing multitasking and defense against 2013's most consistent player.
Colossi.
Rain's play absolutely godlike.
I think he's done it.
He's done it, Tasis.
This
There's
is the
no way.
tipping point.
GG! Rain has won the Hot 6 Cup, the last big match of the year.
While Rain walks away with the biggest prize here, Seolki still takes home a hefty $8,000. He also moves ahead of Tasia to 3rd for total prizing won by an SC2 player in 2013. Seolki's total for the year currently stands at just over 100 grand, $108,000.
6 figures, I like it. Now over at the Asus ROG's NorthCon event, a dream finals between 2 fan favorites had everyone on the edge of their seats. The Brood War legend Jaedong, who had his StarCraft 2 career plagued by second-place finishes, was looking for his first major win at a premier tournament. Jaedong had 5 second-place finishes in 2013, most recently at the WCS Global Finals. He faced off against Scarlett, the Canadian Zerg player who had dazzled StarCraft 2 fans with her recent performances against top Korean pros. At Red Bull Battleground, she defeated Bomber, Golden, and MC, and at IM Singapore, she took down Bomber once again, as well as Dream. Just like Jaedong, Scarlett was looking for her first premier tournament win of 2013. At the end of the 4th game, the best-of-7 series was neck and neck. Jaedong was able to score wins in the 5th and 6th game to take the title, giving him his first championship in StarCraft 2.
She just wants to see what's there, taking down those queens, but the spores they are building, the anti-air is on the way, the numbers of queens is 5 right now, and with spores and queens there is no way. This is game GG! Jaedong is the winner, the Asus ROG 2013 here in Neumünster. He is finally the champion. Unbelievable. Takes the series, the best of 7 with a 4-2. Jaedong, the champion at Asus, the last tournament this year after 5 times being 2nd place. He's finally done it.
And he's gone for his trophy and he's waited for this moment so long. Finally, he lifts that trophy in full pride.
Your champion, ladies and gentlemen, EG.
Jaedong walks away with $10,000 for his victory. He also becomes the only StarCraft player to have won a premier tournament in both Brood War and StarCraft 2, a pretty serious feat.
Oh yeah, double trouble. Congratulations to Jaedong. Also coming to a close this weekend was the 2nd edition of Total Biscuit's North American-only invite tournament, Shoutcraft America. After a frantic scramble to qualify, the 7 highest-ranked players on the North American Grandmaster ladder were invited. Among those who qualified were veterans like Scarlett, DeMuslim, Puck, and Minigun, as well as up-and-comers Hitman and Masa. As the returning Shoutcraft champ, Kane earned an automatic invitation into the tournament. As a result of her strong recent performances, Scarlett was one of the clear favorites heading into bracket play. but her tournament came to a surprisingly quick end when she was upset by Hitman in the round of 8. With Scarlet out, the field was wide open. Huck and Masa managed to eliminate the competition and advance into the finals. Huck then took down the Root Gaming Terran in a definitive 4-0 series, posting his very first tournament win since August when he won Landhammer 2013.
SUVs come off. Masa just enjoying his last few minutes in the Starcraft tournament. Wondering where it all went wrong.
Well, I think where it went wrong is he went up against Huck, who has apparently been on fire today when it comes to the PvT matchup. That is the GG. Huck takes a 4-0 sweep in this tournament.
Huck takes home $2,500 for his win, and fellow Canadian Masa takes home $1,200.
After a star-studded online qualification process, the Fragbite Masters moved into its bracket stage this weekend. Just like Scarlet at NorthCon, Naniwa at Fragbite was looking for his first major tournament win of 2013. Twice this year, he had come up just short of victory, first at DreamHack where he lost to Lenok, and then at IEM New York where he lost to Life. Standing between him and the trophy was Stardust, an up-and-coming player from WCS EU. Stardust burst onto the scene with his first place finish at DreamHack Summer, where he had beaten J-Dong in the finals. Stardust beat Naniwa 2-0 in the group stages of Fragbite Masters and continued his dominance in the finals, taking a quick 3-0 series.
The Void Rays are going to come back, and in the meantime, the fight is going down mid. Stardust looking for that perfect engage, and the Time Warp's going down. There is no micro for Naniwa. This is his last stand. He needs to take this fight and win.
Supply holding strong for Stardust, able to continue to reinforce using that Warp Prism. He's actually going to flank Naniwa's army, taking the supply lead.
No, there's
Stardust
no escape.
Wants the 3-0 win, and Naniwa cedes in a very mature way to his opponent. Victory of this tournament.
For now, Naniwa will have to make do with the $6,000 prize and another second-place trophy.
All right, now Puckett, we've covered a few tournaments today. Of all of them, which do you think was the toughest?
Man, that's going to be tough to say. I think the toughest two were NorthCon and Hot 6 Cup. NorthCon was probably the second toughest tournament there. It featured some top Koreans as well as the best foreigners. The Hot 6 Cup, though, was the hardest tournament this week. It featured the top Korean players, including Deer, who won 2 back-to-back WCS tournaments this fall, and of course the WCS points leader in Sulky. I think the Hot 6 Cup simply had the stronger players in that one. Definitely the toughest this week.
All right, well, the players make the tournament. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Godz talks about Na'Vi and their crazy schedule.
The fact that they can actually maintain these kind of consistent results over.
Aches covers Call of Duty team changes.
You guys are awesome. This is Complexity.
And Justin Wong helps us relive his epic match against Sanford. Don't go away.
Over 12 years now.
The fall season of ESL's Major Series 1 came to a conclusion this weekend. After losing to Na'Vi last week at DreamHack Winter, Fnatic exacted their revenge, took down the Ukrainians, and earned their spot in the finals. The other team in the finals was the Chinese team, Vici Gaming. This squad was built late last year from a hand-selected team of top Chinese Dota 2 ladder players. The team came into the EMS Fall Finals hot off their victory in the Cena Cup Supernova, where they had defeated Team DK and LGD Gaming. Fnatic took Game 1, but Vici answered back with 2 straight wins to lead 2-1. Game 4 was marked with early aggression and a team-wide dive from Vici before technical difficulties interrupted play. Once play resumed, Vici immediately took Roshan and went back into their high-tempo play style to keep Fnatic rattled as they won the series 3-1.
Styler, he is so deep in right now. He picks up Fly, moves over towards Era. He's orking it up. He's going to get killed up, but the Aegis Immortal is going to bring it back to life again while the Alchemist done. Picks up the Venomancer, was retreating off. Trixie again. He came back into this fight. He brought back to be part of this fight as well, and he dies again. And Vici Gaming, well, these guys do not muck around. Save or no save, it is no excuse for no level aggression. And now 9 times over again. Another quick stun. Sylar, Shikuchi, and Familiar 1 stun. Familiar 2 stun. Era, the Vac back in again, keeps him there, and then your Frostbite. They get themselves another kill.
You guys have been confident. You thought you were going to win it, and you did win it. So anything you want to say to the people who have been watching and cheering for you?
Thank you guys, you guys all. I'm very happy this time, in this moment. Very excited.
Vici takes $12,000 for their win, and Fnatic adds another $7 grand to their bank account.
The last few weeks have been packed full of Dota 2 tournaments, and many of the top teams have been on the road bouncing from one event to another. Under these grueling conditions, it's hard to practice and even harder to improve. Despite all of this, Natus Vincere has managed to field incredible performances at their last 4 events. We reached out to Godz from Beyond the Summit to get his thoughts on Navi's success.
I'm Godz from Beyond the Summit. I'm a Dota 2 commentator, a former professional player from the Australian scene, and now I spend all my Dota 2 time just casting games. Navi's a team that everyone expects to always just perform, especially on LAN. So their last month has just been absolutely phenomenal, especially considering that they've been traveling all over the place. They've had 2 tied third places at EMS as well as MLG, but they've also taken home 2 gold medals, both at the Dream League as well as the Tech Labs tournament in Russia. So they've had 2 first place finishes, which is, I mean, for Na'Vi, it's what you would expect. And the 3rd and 4th place finishes, while not the sort of top result for a team like Na'Vi, the fact that they can actually maintain these kind of consistent results over a 1-month period, even though they're not getting first place at every event, is still really spectacular. The main issue for Na'Vi when they're traveling every weekend is a different LAN tournament. I think they've maybe had 1 weekend off in the last 5 weekends. There's been a different LAN for 4 of the past 5 weekends. The main issue is they don't have time to sit down between events, discuss the tournaments, and figure out how they want to change their playstyle. Like when they got 3rd, 4th at MLG, they then have Dream League the next weekend, and it's like, well, how can they actually prepare for Dream League? I think they literally had maybe 3 days in between before the Dream League started at DreamHack. So the hardest thing for these teams is if you're not performing the best, like a team like Alliance who kind of struggled at MLG, when it comes to your next big event, you don't actually have time to adapt your strategies and to practice a new playstyle. If you want to change your picks, change how you play, you need time to adapt to it. You can't just go into a new event and say, hey, we're going to try something different. You actually have to practice it, which these teams haven't necessarily had time to do. And then I think the fatigue can affect them a little bit, but for the most part, Na'Vi have been traveling, these guys, even the newer players have been traveling and playing Pro Dota for a long time, so I think that had less of an impact than really the time to actually prepare new strategies.
Na'Vi trying to bring down Burning here. Shackle shot from Dendi, catches out 2. What a play coming out from him. Power shot gets a 2nd, double kill for Dendi.
For a team like Na'Vi, I feel though their strength is their ability to adapt to their opponents throughout a LAN tournament. That's where if they go into a tournament and have a bad rocky group stage, like has happened at the International, it's happened. When they went to China and played in the Alienware Cup, it happened. They finished last place in their group. They went on to win the tournament. They adapt to their opponents, figure out how they play, and will change their draft accordingly. And that's where, like, they went up against DK in the semifinals of MLG and produced an amazing series because they figured out how DK played during the group stage, figured out how to draft against them, and while they didn't actually get the win there, they still produced one of the best series that MLG had. So for Na'Vi, I think the practice is important so that they can have maybe some set strategies, but once they actually get to the LAN, the reason why a team like Na'Vi is so good is because they adapt.
I think they're in the front lines, he's going to avoid him, he's going to go for the Bane here. Zip in from Dendi, he's trying to bring down Ice here, where Muji taking a lot of damage, the call down from Avos, Avos is going to go ham, he's going to bring down Burning, Avos with a double kill. DK are just melting, they've lost 3, they're losing 4, 5, 1 by 1, Avos just destroying everyone!
I feel teams like LGD during the International 2 couldn't really do. They went undefeated in the group stage, but they played the same style over and over again. Once teams figured them out, they couldn't adapt. And then a team like Alliance, it was a similar thing. Luckily for them, at TI3, no one actually figured them out, apart from Na'Vi, who started to at the end, but it was just too little too late. So teams have now figured out Alliance, and it's come after the International, and Alliance is starting to struggle to get the same results they had in the past. All those the 4 mentioned LAN tournaments they've been to in the last month and a half, I think the toughest tournament of all of those would have had to have been MLG. The 3-day schedule and just coming all the way over to the US from the Ukraine and having teams from all over the world. At EMS, you had Vici Gaming from China who ended up taking the tournament, but MLG just seemed to have that much more prestigious feel to it when you've got, we had the crowd-funded prize pool. It was probably the closest thing to an event like the International. It probably was the biggest event after the International, and I think that was some added pressure onto Na'Vi when they went to tournaments like Dream League, EMS. I don't think there was quite the same pressure as playing at MLG, so I'd say without a doubt MLG was probably the toughest tournament for Na'Vi.
And here's what the last 4 weeks have looked like for Na'Vi. Russia, US, Sweden, Poland. Man, Desi, you gotta hope that these guys are racking up the frequent flyer miles.
Might be time for a well-deserved vacation, huh?
I think so.
Let's make the switch and talk some Call of Duty now. 37 teams participated in last weekend's MLG 2K series. The big upset was Fuse managing to knock out defending MLG champs Complexity. However, it would be Killa and his new squad with Curse Las Vegas who would get to the finals and meet Columbus runners-up, Team Caliber. Caliber brought in the same skill they displayed at Columbus and they took down Curse 3-1. Fuse and Soar round out the top 4. And of course, the big Call of Duty buzz this week has been all of the massive team changes going down after Columbus. The biggest of these was the stunning drop of Clayster from Complexity. In the past few months, this squad has dominated the competition. They won Gfinity 1 and 2, ESWC, the MLG Fall Invitational, and the MLG Fall Championships. We reached out to Aches to find out more about the change.
The team change we are making for 2014 is releasing Clayster and picking up Karma from Team Envious as our 4th. The reason behind it is the new year, and although we had so much success with Clayster and he's easily one of the best players in the game, we feel that his attitude and dedication is just not there anymore, and we are extremely focused on Call of Duty Championships this year, and Karma has had past success, and we know he's extremely good on this game. With our decision to pick up Karma, we based it on not only a personality issue with Clay that we were having personally between our team, but we saw how Karma performed at Columbus, and he easily almost beat us by himself when we played them round 3, I believe, the champ bracket. Him in Black Ops 2 was, quote, quote, the best player in the game, and I mean, moving into Columbus at Ghost, he did best statistically, and we feel that he's only going to improve our team in more ways than one. With Optic dropping JCap, I feel like it was a good move only because JCap really didn't fit their team in this game, whereas he did in Black Ops 2. Really depending on who they pick up is going to determine whether it was a smart move or a dumb move. If Optic was smart, they would definitely pick up Clayster. He's easily the best AR in the game right now. Without a doubt, he should be the only one they go for, and if they go for anyone else, I'll be surprised. I think with the switch of Killa and Stainville, it was more of Impact trying to reunite their Call of Duty Championship squad from 2013. I feel like Curse Las Vegas maybe got a little bit better in terms of how aggressive and how much slaying power they added. But I still feel that Unite is a top-tier squad, and if you look at MLG Columbus placings, Unite got 4th, whereas Curse Las Vegas got 9 through 12. So you kind of question the change, but I mean, I feel like they both kind of got an even trade.
All right, Puckett, what are your thoughts on all of these changes?
Well, it's crazy, but not unexpected. I think we always see this kind of team-changing movement right after a big tournament. There's a little bit of downtime leading into Gfinity, as well as the stuff that's going down at UMG in January. So I think teams are figuring out who they want to play with, what play styles are going to work best for Ghost. No surprise to me to see Complexity go after Karma. He was the best player in Black Ops 2, in my opinion. He was definitely the best player on Envy from what we saw in Columbus, and probably one of 3 players who could fill Clayster's shoes on that Complexity lineup. But Karma leaving Envy was a little bit of a surprise to me. Interesting to see Goonjar leaving that squad, TK, that he finished 2nd with at Columbus, to go join up with the boys in blue. I'm honestly a little bit worried about Envy. I think TK will be able to finish out that lineup with a pretty solid pickup. Lots of free agents out there, including JCap. Would be interesting to see if he goes there from Optic. And as Ake said, I'm definitely expecting Clayster to land on Optic. If you look at it on paper, it's Optic's smartest move at the moment.
Absolutely. A lot of big roster changes from some top teams. Hopefully it works out for everyone. When we return, we've got the results from NEC 14.
You know what? It's Justin. Let me shut my mouth. Oh my God.
Justin Wong talks about Sanford's epic series of exhibition matches.
Over 12 years now, just playing against Joker.
And we have the top 5 plays of the week.
Oh, that one's so good.
Just trying to hunt down that Oracle.
Wow.
Just outside of Philly this weekend, Fighting Games players gathered for the 14th Northeast Championship. Evil Genius's Justin Wong was in attendance and returned from the West Coast to dominate much of the event. His first tournament win came in Street Fighter Cross Tekken as he pinned NuckleDo's hopes to the wall. Switching over to Killer Instinct, he took advantage of CD Jr. not knowing a Saberwolf combo was breakable to take another first place.
That's breakable.
And that's it. CD loses.
CD Jr.
Justin takes
loses.
it.
Justin is the reigning champ over here at NEC 14.
Wong's Rufus was too much for his EG teammate PR Balrog as he won Super Street Fighter 4 AE.
Street Fighter 4 AE 2012
NEC
champion for NEC 2013.
Coming from the lower bracket in Marvel, Justin reset the bracket against defending champ NY Chris G. But Chris G managed to sweep the reset series to hold Justin to second place in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Justin wins 3 of the singles tournaments and takes home second in Marvel.
Here to tell us more about the tournament is the man himself, Justin Wong.
Hi everyone, my name is Justin Wong. I'm a professional fighting game player for Team Evil Geniuses, and I travel around the world to play Street Fighter, Ultimate Marvel Capcom 3, and various other fighting games. This past weekend in Philadelphia was NEC 14, and it's probably one of the longest majors that has been running since the beginning of time for fighting games. I got first placed in Street Fighter Cross Tekken singles, AE 2012 singles, Killer Instinct singles, first place in 3v3 Marvel's Capcom 3 teams, first place in the 5v5 Curly Mustache, and third place in AE 2012 teams, and second place in Ultimate Marvel's Capcom 3. Well, the best historic moment for NEC 14 was probably Sanford Kelly's run, for the exhibition run. He first started playing Aqua Silk.
Sanford, you're gonna lose. Everybody knows you're gonna lose. Everybody that I speak to in here, they're putting money on me.
Wow. Yo, NYC Fab with the face. Oh! That's how he finished him? Oh, Toro, that's how he finished him?
Yeah. Then he called out Evil Genius's PR Balrog, and that ended up into like down to the wire 5-4.
They could have. Stop it! Sanford Kelly!
The king! The king! No, he said I'm the king.
I am the king!
I am the king!
I am the king!
And he just didn't want to stop from there, so he called me out.
He's calling Justin out! He's calling Justin out!
And we have a very long history, probably over 12 years now, of just playing against each other, and like it was really close, literally pixels of life down to the wire. I won literally by a slither, 5-4.
Justin won!
Oh! But even with that, he still gets it! He still gets it!
Wait a minute, am I still the father?
Yes, he is still the father. He is still the father. He's gonna get a chip kill. Oh, never mind! Stop it! He's in the corner. He might not be dead. He's in the corner. There's still a match.
Oh my goodness, it's still a match.
There is still a match.
Sanford has no meter.
And this was
Sanford, you'll have to win this. You'll have to win for the EMP. Sanford! Stop it!
Sanford, you
It was just very memorable because there's like anybody that was part of the scene back then, they could understand the feeling, and some of the people that was able to understand that type of situation, like they were telling me how they were tearing up because it's like something that like they miss and they haven't seen for a long time.
History repeats itself. Stop it. Justin Wong.
I think the reason why a lot of people consider me very strong is because the way I grew up is I grew up in New York City, and we used to go to the arcade, Chinatown Fair, and I used to take tokens and put it on every machine. So because of that, I just did that for like many of years, and I was able to juggle games very easily, and it's very possible for me to achieve these results like I did at NEC this weekend. And obviously you have Chris G, he can do the same thing because he grew up in Chinatown Fair in New York also. Chris G is very dominant in Marvel 3, besides the fact that he's an amazing player, just that he understands the defensive mechanics of the game. The only players that can beat Chris G consistently are the ones that use specialist teams, because no one knows everything about the game. It's really hard to beat him with a standard like Doom and Virgil. You have to pick out like a unique team to do it. But overall, Chris G is probably, in my opinion, the best Marvel 3 player in the world. I definitely think I can beat Chris G in Marvel, just because I did beat him at EVO. I 3-0'd him in the first set, but he 3-0'd me in the second set. So technically the rules, the Capcom Cup this weekend is a first degree, so I do have a very strong shot, and I'm going to do a lot of practicing right before this week leading up to Capcom Cup.
He's getting chipped out right now. Ooh! Justin Wong!
Wow, love hearing from Justin Wong. Good weekend for him, huh?
That was incredible.
All right, and now it's time for the eSports Report. Top 5, Puckett, please take it away.
All right, so here we go, guys. It is time for the eSports Report Top 5, counting down the top 5 moments in eSports this week. Kicking off at number 5, we got some Dota action. It's MP snatching the Aegis for his team.
Whoa! Whoa. Long jump and he got it! He snatched the Aegis again! And now there's the time for the Lich holding. They're caught inside the pit. And Harning and Era, they're going to back it up.
CSGO at number 4. Check out the 4 headshots from Nico. Techno, gotta love it. On to number 3, Starcraft 2. Maro's Seeker missiles get him the number 3 spot. Check out this play.
Oh my God!
Well, that, what a finish. What just happened right there? Absolute madness. Looks like these Ultras not gonna quite be able to clean everything up. Even the Vikings landing right now, and Sue looking sad. Chi.
So sad. At number 2, more StarCraft 2. Innovation chasing down the Oracle in my favorite play this week.
Wow. Afterburners just trying to hunt down that Oracle.
Wow.
Really good move. And he gets that. Really well done. Great move here by Innovation. He sees the Oracle, he uses the Afterburners, chases after it, drops Marines one by one, and takes that down. So.
And number 1, you saw it before. Here it is again. The epic ending. Sanford versus Justin Wong in the final show match.
Wait a minute, am I still the father?
Yes, he is still the father. He is still the father. He's gonna get a chip kill. Oh, never mind! Stop it! He's in the corner. He might not be dead. He's in the corner. It's still a match.
Oh my goodness, it's still a match.
There is still a match.
Sanford has no meter.
If this was
Sanford, you'll have to win this. You'll have to win for the EMP. Sanford.
Stop it! Sanford, you
These guys are all characters.
You have to win this for the EMP. No! It's all EG.
I love it. Guys, we're about to wrap things up in just a bit. Thank you so much for tuning in. But if you're looking for more esports action, make sure you check out the following tournaments.
That's right. Plenty to watch for you League of Legends fans this week. And we have the Battle for the Atlantic as well as the NA and EU promotion tournaments. Those are all going down on LLesports.com.
That's right, and as Justin Wong mentioned earlier, the Capcom Cup Grand Finals will be happening this weekend.
All right, guys, thanks from all of us here at the eSports Report. We will see you next time live right here on MLG.TV every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern.
And stay tuned, because right after this, we've got another bonus Top 5, the Top 5 plays from PlanetSide 2.
It's a good one. We'll see you next Thursday.
What's up, guys? I am Jax, and we're at MLG Studios in New York City. We're bringing you guys a very special PlanetSide 2 Top 5. PlanetSide 2 is an MMO FPS that you can check out at PlanetSide2.com. It's free to play, so definitely jump in there. It's a massive, massive multiplayer online game. There's tanks, there's planes, there's infantry play. Battles are like 1,000 on 1,000. Absolutely sick game if you haven't checked it out yet. And if you have checked it out yet, I think you'll enjoy these top 5 highlights. There's some really high-level play here. So let's go ahead and roll the first clip from Hodge. It is some Harasser play. All right, guys, the Harasser is a 3-man vehicle. It's got a driver, a gunner, and then a guy can ride on the back, and do repairs or shoot out of the back. But this driver is getting really aggressive, and he gets some road kills. He is just going to be knocking these guys down like bowling pins. Obviously, the gunner is killing some people too, but this driver is absolutely doing work on these road kills. It's an incredibly fast vehicle, highly maneuverable, and it's personally my favorite vehicle in the game. Next, we have some airplay from Godz. Now, the Liberator is another 3-man vehicle. It's an air vehicle. It is not normally soloed, so what he's doing here is absolutely unreal. Hitting incredibly hard shots, switching between the pilot seat and the gunner seat, surrounded by ESFs. It's like the last scene in Top Gun. This guy has just got people everywhere. He's jumping to the gunner seat, taking him out, jumping back into his pilot seat, using the front gun. Now this is a bomber, so the main gun is that he has equipped on is a Dalton. It's a heavy hitting, sort of a one-shot kill type gun. But the shots that he's making, he's got to adjust for air and accuracy. Incredibly hard shots to make. What he's doing is incredibly impressive here. So he's going to use this main gun, the Tank Buster on the front. And boom! Takes out that ESF before going down. Next we have Pieces of Pizza with some infantry play. So he's going to lay down a C4 here and just get a huge group that's bunched up together. He's hiding in a tower and boom! That's a massive kill streak right there. I don't even know how many guys he got. Like 7, 8, 9. So he got like 11 kills with just that one C4. He's hiding in the tower here in a bio lab. Just got a great angle. A lot of PlanetSide 2, like other infantry-based games, is positioning. So he's just able to get in a good position, throwing a grenade down. Now he's got his grenade launcher out. He's getting more kills as there's just so many people waiting below him before he gets taken out. Next we have Gums again with some more airplay, and this one I think will trick you a little bit. This guy in this Reaver is just taking Gums out. Gums not able to get the angle on him, already at half health. Gonna go down to the Reaver as the Reaver chews him up with the Vortex, but not going down to that a fight. Bails before he gets out. Bails shoots a non-lock on rocket launcher and takes out the Reaver in midair. That was absolutely nuts. You don't see that happen a lot. This last play is one I think you're gonna like. It's the Infiltrator class showcased in PlanetSide 2. So this guy's going to be an infiltrator, and he's just going to run around this base and do absolute havoc and get a kill streak, one like I've never really seen before. So I'm just going to go ahead and let this clip speak for itself. That was an absolutely unbelievable kill streak by Dark Places. You don't see stuff like that in the game all the time. I mean, that was just highest level play. I can't believe he got away with it. That was nuts. Guys, PlanetSide 2, if you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. It's a lot of fun. It's got tanks, aircraft, massive infantry battles. Check it out at PlanetSide2.com. You can also grab it on Steam. It's free to play, so just download it, hop right into the action. And if you want to be in our top 5, if you're a PlanetSide 2 player, go to MajorLeagueGaming.com/submit. We'll be doing a lot of these top 5 specials, and you know, you guys could be in it. We'll pick your play. So MajorLeagueGaming.com/submit. Guys, I'm Jax. Thank you for joining us.